Hello, this is Sam from valueyourcompany.co.uk, where we value companies and help people sell or buy other businesses. I just got back from a meeting with a customer who wants to sell his business. He initially approached me and paid me to value his company independently, like many of you do. And then obviously he wanted to move forward with the sale of his business, which is something I do all the time and I hear all the time. Anyway, the first meeting was pretty cordial and brief. The customer himself is in Durham, so we're not too far from each other. There's a bunch of stuff that I recommend he does before he looks at actually getting um, offers in and negotiate the price for the business. Things like systems and processes and keeping better records and that sort of thing, which is really, really important when you look at selling your business. Anyway, after we got chatting initially, I went through the process of asking him a few questions that are really important when selling a business. And one of those questions, of course, is who owns the business and in what percentages? This is one of the first key questions I always ask because I've been approached several times in the past by minority shareholders wanting to do the impossible. I remember I had one person, one of five brothers. He called me because he wanted to sell, yet the other four didn't. And of course, there's so much I can do, but if one wants to sell and four don't, it's really hard to sell a business under those conditions. So do be mindful of that question and who owns the business and in what percentages and what is the overall structure of that business really from a human standpoint. The ideal scenario is always one buyer and one seller. Anyhow, this guy told me he was a shareholder with his wife in a 50-50 shareholder split, which is fine, nothing abnormal. And I then asked at that point why his wife wasn't in the room with him. And he told me she had an appointment and couldn't make it, but she was okay with everything we were discussing. And she was just part of this relationship, but that she was okay with what we were conducting. So me, assuming everything was fine, I didn't make that much of it really. After the second meeting, things were moving forward and he was clearly wanting to move forward and get things going as quickly as possible. So we went on about a few ways to actually proactively sell the business. Anyhow, I leave the meeting and he seems to be happy. But something I wasn't expecting after I left happened. I got approached by this woman who turned out to be the guy's wife. She said, "Excuse me, are you the lawyer?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not the lawyer. I've had an appointment with a client, but I'm not a lawyer. How can I help you? Have you got the right person?" She then asks if I'm working with this guy, whose name I will of course protect. And I say yes. She then goes on about informing me that she's filed for divorce because her husband has had an affair and the affair has been going on for quite some time. So I'm there listening to this and thinking, why did this guy not mention this? Because it's one of the first thing you would mention, right? If there's something major like that, it's imperative you are upfront and honest with me and anybody who wants to get involved in the sale or purchase of your business, really, because I will be actually able to guide you a lot better and your bill will be cheaper. Because in this case, what the woman wanted was equal opportunity. She wanted to receive the exact same information in the form of meetings with me uh, that her husband had had. So nothing crazy and nothing unreasonable, but something that is really common sense. So do bear that in mind when you meet people like myself who are trying to help you sell your business. It's very important that you disclose everything from a human standpoint to any uncovered financials we may not be aware of, and that kind of thing. So if you want more information, call us on 0191 603 1490 or by visiting valueyourcompany.co.uk.